have our spiritual reader, Miss Charming T. She can be reached at extension 10. Next, we have our spiritual reader, Miss Melanite Empress. Her extension is 12. And let's not forget Mr. August Brown. He can be reached at extension 13. And family, let's not forget the Black Majick All Melanite panel, who keeps you engaged all night long. We have Mr. Carbon Martian, Miss Nicole, Chaz Bill, Mr. Darby, and Majestic Unicorn. Call in tonight and get your spiritual reading. Let's go!
Greetings.
Greetings, everybody.
All right, greetings, everybody. Everyone,
Yo,
y'all look good.
what up?
Cousins in the chat, how y'all doing on tonight? Super excited to be here and ready to answer all y'all questions on tonight.
Melanite Empress, you look like you're really ready tonight.
I'm trying to
I'm really ready tonight. We got our yellow on. Hey.
Oh, it's you. Oh,
Okay.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Black Majick. Before we get into the script of everything, I ask that everyone hit the like button. You're simply speaking. Share the video, and let's get ready to call in. So welcome back to Black Majick, the first psychic hotline operated by Melanites, connecting you to soul and spirit one at a time. If you would like to get a reading with any of our readers, we ask that you call in at 1-888-562-0862. You can reach I'm sorry, Charming T is not with us, but even though she's not here tonight, keep in mind that you can reach all of our readers at any day of the week at certain times. So let me give you those times. Every day for Charming T, and that is from the hours of 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Melanite Empress is every day from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And August Brown is available any day, anytime. The extension for Charming T will be 10, even though that's not tonight. Melanite Empress is extension 12, and August Brown is extension 13. Again, can't remember if I gave that number, so let me give it again. It's 1-888-562-0862. Let's remember that when you call in to get your reading, that your card will be initially charged $44.91, which covers 9 minutes. Your first minute is free. Up, boom, Charming T is in the building, people. Extension 10. If you
there she is. Whoop, there she is.
If you happen to end your reading before the 9 minutes, don't worry. The difference will be refunded back to your card. If you choose to continue past the 9 minutes, keep in mind that your card will be charged $4.99 per minute. Let's also remember Generational Beauty, which you can purchase those products at blissful-soap.com. We also have the Fendia's Hair Growth Serum and the Beautiful Bonnets, which can be purchased at www.awalkwiththeancestors.com. If you are interested in A Walk with the Ancestors books, those can be purchased on Amazon.com. Last but not least, if you have questions about circumstances of a missing or unalived loved one, please schedule an appointment by calling the corporate number at 615-257-7978. All right, people, let's get into some good conversation tonight. I was thinking maybe we can start off by going back in time. So I'm from Chicago, and I know everybody on the panel, are from different places. Maybe you grew up, in different states. But I was kind of looking at the generation today and how they don't have what we used to have, and we don't have we didn't have what they currently have. They're very much so into social media. So I wanted to maybe discuss some of the things that we did growing up, to occupy time, and, the things that we did to have fun. Some of the things that I did, again, like I said, from Chicago, South Side, High Park. I can remember we would make up step dances. Double Dutch, of course, okay, and you want it to be the best at double Dutch. Get up in there, jump on out like, shoot, I got this. I'm all on one leg. You ain't got on me. We used to put the radio in the window, make up dances, and you thought you was the best. Not back now, we need to do this like this, like, no, I got this, We stayed behind this grocery store called Mr. G's. And they would have crates from deliveries that they had received. We would also go and get those crates. And what my daughter calls it now was forts. We didn't call it forts back then. We were just making a playhouse. I don't know if anybody has done any of those things, but last but not least, during that time, it was SWV, Jodeci, Mary J. Blige, and all that. So we would imitate the videos. I mean, we standing in the bed, we all up on the wall, we moving our bodies like, yeah, this how you did it in the video. I got it. So that was some of the things that I did, when I was young to have fun. You all care to share?
Go ahead, Carbon.
No, I was just gonna say, for all of us, I already know we went outside. That is the big difference between yesterday and today. Okay. Come on, Charmin.
I was gonna say, I feel like I know you're probably a few years older than me, Nicole. I don't know how many years older. I'm 32. So I used to call them forts. I used to call them forts when I was a kid. We used to tie the sheets to the ends of the hangers and hang them on stuff. And we used to almost kill ourselves by putting heavy stacks of books on the sheets, while to sleep under and all that stuff. But that was one of my favorite things to do. My kids love doing that stuff. But me as a parent, I'm like, please not today. But yeah, my other thing I wanted to mention was the stepping. So I was actually one of the creators of a step team on, because I went to Sonoma State. Sonoma State is right now it is a very white school. Like when I went there, 2% Black people was going. It wasn't even 2%. It was probably like 1.78 or something like that. I was one of the many 2% that went. But the interesting part of Sonoma State is that it used to be a very diverse school. They have the Divine Nine used to all be a part of the school, and they literally have time capsules like in the middle of the fucking quad of like the Divine Nine time capsules. So interestingly enough, that dwindled down. But when I went from 2010 to 2013, and I started a step team with a bunch of other people. But yeah, we were like the first time that ever happened. We were it wasn't a dance team. It was specifically step. We would perform for the local colleges, like the community colleges. We perform for the schools, and we would do all types of stuff. We would make up our own steps. You can go on YouTube and there's videos of me yelling the too hot, like dead ass. Yeah, I'm gonna try to find it. But yeah, I love that. Stepping is really, really, really fun, and definitely something that is like really, really true to like my young person heart. So yes. Anyways, y'all can go.
Well, for me, I was born in '89, so but no, we was more of a baseball family, so we was always outside. I was either playing softball, volleyball, or traveling with my parents because my dad played softball with how they had like the adult teams, the co-ed teams and stuff like that. So we were always outside for sure because we all played sports. But I wasn't really inside. If I was like creating those. Remember the keychains we used to make with the string? Like the plastic, like
yeah.
Yeah, I used to always do like crafty stuff or writing poems, listening to music, but outside playing softball, that was my jam.
Could you start off making the keychain, or were you one of the ones that had to have somebody else start it off?
I knew how to start off the 4, the 6, the 8. I knew how to start all of them.
I couldn't do it, but now that I'm on jewelry,
I couldn't try it.
It's easy. I could have probably did it, but I couldn't. I was not one of them, and I also never knew how to play double dutch or do double dutch.
Yeah,
before I die.
I can't. Nope, that's not me.
I remember.
I'm not doing double dutch. I mean, I tried, but it's a whole lot going on right there. That don't feel right.
Did anybody else? No, I was gonna say real quick. Did anybody else do big ass games of hide and seek like with like a whole
Yes.
bunch of kids? It was like it
Yes.
lasted hours.
It
We
did.
You know
played,
what I'm
and
saying?
we was playing. Unfortunately, we didn't have no business doing it, but we was playing hide and go get it.
Yeah, yeah, that one too.
Unfortunately, we was doing that, and I don't know why. I don't know why, but that was game for
That's
some
why
reason.
you homeschool your kids.
Mama,
Home play
get
now.
in here being crazy again.
I did spend a lot of time at the Boys and Girls Club growing up too. I do remember that.
My daughter goes
Mhm.
she attends there every so often, but now
Yeah.
it's like they do too much, and the workers there.
Well, yeah, I'm sure it's different. I was going there in what late '80s, early '90s, and things like that. So I
Oh,
know it's
most
different
definitely.
now.
Yeah, it's a
You
lot
know what I'm
different.
saying?
It's a lot different. They don't do anything.
Yeah,
All the kids are on their phones.
yeah.
So yeah, I grew up on family night. You know, like board games. You know, just family games we done made up, or you know what I'm saying, just sitting around like especially like if it's a storm outside. Oh yeah, we about to turn the lights out. Everybody about to sit around. You know what I'm saying, around the light, and we about to do stories, or we about to play a little game. You know what I'm saying? I don't see nobody, not the younger people under me. I don't see them being too much involved at home. You know.
Just ETBCB. We did movie nights too. That's probably why I'm so into movies now, because we definitely did movie nights.
No,
Movies was definitely big in my fam.
Yeah.
My dad had the big bootleg.
Yes, yes.
It's
When
so,
burning
so
CDs
serious
was the stuff.
that I can. If Royal puts on a bootleg movie, I'll be looking at him like, "You think I'm gonna watch this? Do you think that I am going to watch this?"
Man,
I can hear them laughing in the back.
Them walking past the
Look,
screen.
Punching shit. Like, turn it off.
the
We
camera
can watch it
fall,
later.
it turns sideways. Like
One of
Here's-
them I had the zipper.
here's the
Like, come on.
here's where the age gap comes in. Here's where the age gap, because my movie nights was VHSs, and I'm gonna leave it right there.
most
I was
definitely.
a little kid.
We had
I was
VHS.
I'm
like
there with
6.
The
you.
Lion King on
Yeah.
VHS.
I have a picture of
Yeah.
me in front of all my Disney VHSs when I was like 5 years old. Yeah, so I was there. It's just like, you know, like I'm a part of the age where it's like I had the old technology, and then we literally witnessed and watched the new technology come in one phone at a
Right.
time. One
That-
phone
Right.
at a time. My dad had the
Absolutely.
big block phone with the antenna,
Mhm.
and then he had the little gold. No, y'all remember this? Y'all remember the little tiny gold Sprint, the Motorola, the little Sprint one,
Yes.
and it was
Yeah.
little gold. And it was hella
The
cool.
little
My dad
folk.
was
The
them.
little out.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen that on TV.
Yep.
I remember
My
Sidekick.
mama had a car. She had a car phone where you plug it into the cigarette lighter.
Let's
She had one of them.
go.
Damn, that's
Hey, yeah. Y'all remember when y'all could
Bring
pull up
that
the
back.
antenna on the phone?
Yes, and it actually worked.
You can pull up the antenna. You know what I miss about on the cell phone? I miss a physical keyboard. I'm not gonna hold you.
Oh,
Remember, you
Sidekick.
could slide it up and
Yes,
the real
Sidekick.
keyboard.
I had a
Blackberry.
I miss
the
that.
Blackberries.
Yep,
I be
the
telling
This is
my kids
Blackberry.
getting
that.
out of
I be
control.
like,
This
I be
is
like,
this is
y'all need to
crazy
know.
work. This is
The
crazy
first
work.
phone, the first phone that
Y'all,
had internet was a
y'all is
Blackberry.
wilding right now.
Hey,
Y'all
we
wilding right now.
going down memory lane.
For about 3 minutes before we go into break.
Okay.
About 8 minutes. Let's stay on the old school. But can we go into some of the shows we used to watch, such as Punky Brewster? And just to let you know, Charming T, when we say a few is 2, right?
A few?
Generally, when we hear 2, no, I'm sorry. No, that 2 is couple, 3 or more is few, right?
Yeah, I'm a
Yeah.
few. I'm a 3 or more gal.
Well,
likewise.
you were saying
Got
about the age. I'm gonna say I got you by about 13 years. I'm 44.
That was a compliment thing.
That was a hell of a compliment because you look
That
good,
was
man.
like, I mean, what do you want me to say?
I
Well,
did
you
not
might be like
expect you to
10
say
years
that.
older than me.
Man, I was about to say you wasn't lying,
4
bro.
years older than you. I was like,
Okay,
You don't
we the
look,
OGs of the panel.
definitely have
Okay,
beautiful skin, but you know, I was making sure to like
Damn.
not be like, yeah, I'm assuming you're like 40. I'm assuming you're 45. It's in my lane.
Okay,
Hey, that was
cool.
a big
So
plus.
what I wanted to say in regards to what I used to do when I was younger, and I know probably a lot of you all would like remember, is the clapping games. Miss
Yes.
Mary Mack, you ready, ladies? Miss Mary Mack, let's go. Miss Mary Mack, Mack, all down her back, back, red silver button, all down her back. So that's one of the things I would do with my sisters and my friends inside the house, outside of the house. We definitely spent a lot of time outside, especially because I had brothers. So they would always like not only play wrestling with me, but also touch football as well. You know, those are the things I used to play, you know, outside, jumping jack at jacks, of course, as well. And then with the family, we would play cards. Spade used to be our favorite family game. I'll be 5 years old, slapping those cards on those tables, like now what? You know what I'm saying? So I bet you all remember that game. You probably played it as well. What else? Also singing and dancing as well. I actually created this group. It was me, my sister, and this Hispanic girl. Guess what we called it? We called it the Oreos.
Y'all did think
A lot of magic.
The reason why we called the Oreos because me and my sister was black, and then the Hispanic lady, she was a little bit lighter, right? And so we was like, Mama, you're gonna take it to Hollywood? We got a whole group. You're gonna take it to Hollywood? It was so much fun. So, right. So I definitely used a lot of my creativity when I was younger as well, playing make-believe characters, playing Barbie dolls, baby dolls, and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Playing the opposite game. I told you guys about that in regards to the opposite game when I was, you know, younger as well. So those are some of the things that I played when I was a little kid.
Okay.
Did anybody else do the eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger?
Of course, any, mini, money, mo.
I swear, I was just about to say that, Carmen.
Yes.
Or like the bubble gum in the dish.
Bubble
Like,
gum,
that was
yeah.
my favorite. Hey, it was that one person in the family that knew all the dang on songs, the way to,
And said it
we like, yeah,
fast.
you need to play.
And said it hella fast too. They would say it speedy.
Yes.
Bring me back in
kind
memory.
I'm sorry. Okay, so what you said, Melanite, kind of takes me into another topic, and I don't know a lot about it. Never even thought about it until I heard it. It was on a TikTok. I was trying to find it, but I couldn't locate it. So I'll give it as much as I can remember. And it had to do with some of the childhood rhymes that we grew up doing or, you know, hearing of, such as one was the Miss Mary Mack, all dressed in black. That was one.
Mary had a little lamb.
But what it is, some of the rhymes, I think what she was saying, or are they rituals? Because a lot of the things you were repeating 3 times. One of them, you were standing in a mirror, and mirrors are considered to be portals. I don't know, was that Candyman?
Yeah,
Oh,
Candyman.
I am still to this day scared of that man.
Mine was Bloody Mary.
That's what it was. That's what I was trying to think of.
Look, you can't never convince me I was psychic. I ain't been psychic since I was 6 years old. Because look, I believe that I'm the only motherfucker who's seen Bloody Mary in that elementary school bathroom. Because I remember seeing her in that mirror. Okay,
that's crazy.
I
was too scared.
Okay. And it's not so much that I did it. It's just, you know, one of those things that I thought would be a good topic to see what everybody thought about it. I came across it. I was like, okay, this is something good that, you know, we can talk about to see if people thought that, you know, it was a ritual. Some of those are rituals.
They definitely are.
Like if you're conjuring up other spirits, definitely is a ritual. Okay?
Right.
Even Ring Around the Rosie.
They took it right out. Oh my God. I was getting ready to say that.
All the nursery rhymes had something to that too, you know?
Yeah.
Well, the ring around the roses, that was jacked up. If you know the history of that, I think Charmin's about to tell us. Come on,
please do.
Basically, like, it was about the Black Plague, and it was about people having rosy rashes, and then they would motherfucking burn them alive. I know there's more to it. Like the ring around the rosy is literally like the rash looks like a rose. This is what I heard. So now it's like a new version of the childhood story. So maybe there's more truth to it, or maybe there's some different truths to it. But from what I know, is about the Black Plague and how they would have rashes on them, and then they would burn the bodies.
And
Ashes. We all agree on them.
I've never heard of that before.
Ring around the rosies, pocket full of whatever flour it is.
Little Sally Walker.
They were in the pockets because they stank.
Yes.
Right.
It was to cover up their stank.
Yes.
With the brides, that's why they had bouquets for weddings, because they stink. Allegedly.
Yeah. It's originally why perfume and cologne was invented.
I literally Googled posies and their little bouquets. Oh, they was,
look at that.
They was stinking. That's crazy.
Oh, funky. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Like, damn, what's thinking that?
No.
Yes,
No,
Humpty
guys.
Dumpty.
This is random. Oh, Humpty Dumpty.
Right.
I actually haven't looked too much into Humpty Dumpty now that
I heard that was.
Right, I was just thinking about that.
Cool.
I
heard that was about a man and like lovers, and like the queen didn't like that nigga, and so it was like a whole thing that they said about. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that, but it was a whole thing. They broke it down, but it was like some lover stuff and the queen, and it was crazy. It was crazy, but yeah, yeah, I have to find that.
Never heard that.
You can't have nothing.
Okay, for everyone that is just joining us, welcome to Black Majick. Call in, get your reading with one of our great readers. You can reach Charming T on extension 10. You can reach Melanite Empress on extension 12, or August Brown on extension 13 after calling in at 1-888-562-0862. Remember that your card will be initially charged $44.91. That will cover 9 minutes. Your first minute is free. If you end your reading prior to that 9-minute mark, your card will be refunded the difference. If you continue on past the 9 minutes, remember that it's $4.99 per minute. Let's also remember to support the governess by purchasing, your generational beauty products at blissful-soap.com, purchasing your Befendius hair growth serum and bonnets at www.awalkwiththeancestors.com. Also, you can get A Walk with the Ancestors books on Amazon.com. And if you have questions about circumstances of a missing or unalived loved one, don't hesitate to call in and schedule an appointment with the corporate office at 615-257-7978. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and share the video. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to get into more interesting topics. See you all in a minute.
Searching for something, found some love before, but not like this. I can't explain. Try my best, no luck, but then you came around to me, gave my heart a touch. It made me say your name in threes. Can't go back in time to change the past. Found the one that gets me straight to land. I am who I am, can't take it back. I don't want to.
Whee! Come take a dive with Leah as she discovers the wonder down under the sea. Join her and the Crystal Children as they discover our aquatic deity, Squirpelish. Now available on Amazon.
I call my power back to me from every person, place, entity, from every space, portal, time, and dimension, from every connection, attachment, and vessel where I left it. Anyone and anything that is attempting to siphon my energy. You do not have my consent to use my vitality, and I call my power back. I now release that which is not my own. I lay down the weight that doesn't belong to me, as well as the weight that does. I forgive all things, all people, and all others. I forgive myself. I cloak myself in a bright light of protection.
All right, we are back. We
All
are
right.
back.
Welcome back. Welcome back. All right. Just one more time. Welcome back. We are here for Black Majick, which is the first psychic hotline owned and operated by Melanites, connecting you to soul and spirit one at a time. Call in 1-888-562-0862 and get your reading with either Charming T on extension 10, Melanite Empress on extension 12, or August Brown on extension 13. Keep in mind your card will be initially charged $44.91. That's for your first 9 minutes. Your first minute is free. If you continue thereafter, it will be $4.99 per minute. If you happen to end your reading before that 9-minute mark, don't worry, the difference will go back to your card. Okay. Also, we have generational beauty products at blissful-soap.com. Give it a try. Really good products, okay? The Fendius hair growth serum and bonnets at www.awalkwiththeancestors.com. We have A Walk with the Ancestors books available on Amazon.com. And we have A Walk with Crime, where if you have a concern or circumstances of a missing or unalived loved one, you can schedule an appointment with the corporate office. That number is 615-257-7978. So, August, would you like to start on the topic of graveyards and what are they really?
Yeah. Okay. So I had all right. So I be trying to work on like missing person cases, preferably like Melanite kids or children. And so I'm like, one day I was walking past the cemetery, and I'm like, man, I was just feeling like maybe I should ask for help. So I was just saying it out loud, like, hey, I need y'all to help me find these babies, help me find these missing people, right? And then next thing you know, I'm like, okay, it was nighttime. I was like, nah, I ain't gonna walk up in there. So I waited to the daytime. I'm like, yeah, all right. So I went up in there, and I just was like, okay, let me take a little trip. And I was just basically talking to them, asking them to help me find them. And I end up seeing like different families and stuff like that. But the first stones that I saw, they was babies. It was like, you know what I'm saying, live a couple months or live like a year or two. And I'm like, dang, that's deep. I wonder like, and then I watched, the movie Coco. I'm pretty sure y'all watched that. I'm like, I wonder what is it really like? Because a lot of them, they really don't either have justice or they don't have people to remember them. You know what I'm saying?
I wonder if while you was talking about it, it was making me think about if graveyards could be like altars. There could be an altar for people to go and visit their loved ones. Like since you mentioned Coco, because with them that was their altar. That's how they went to see their loved ones on what is it, Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead. That's when they go and see them, and they have celebrations at the graveyard. So I wonder if that's just like altars, like a space full of altars.
I agree. I think you're right. I think that's what that kind of represents when people go and leave stuffed animals. Like a lot of people go and they shave the grass and they leave toys and they leave and they go. Like I have a friend who's her children. Their dad passed away a couple years ago, and the children, they go and they have lunch at the graveside and stuff like that. I was gonna say though, what makes me question it is like everybody's else's energy. Like there are spirits there that do not want to be there. There are spirits there that were there violently. There are spirits there that will try to attach to you. And so what I was gonna tell you, August, is I was gonna say, I hope you told them motherfuckers to stay there when you leave. I hope you told them don't come back with me. You're not allowed. That's what I was gonna say. But because I don't know, like, especially I feel like if you're there and you're looking, like, I don't know, it just, for me, it's just like a movie scene. Like, what would happen in a movie? You're there, you're in the motherfucking grave, you're asking kids to, help me, connect with you. And this motherfucker's like, I'm gonna go.
Right.
He's asking, he wants me to go. First of all, yeah. So that's just my whole like thought process of like the graveyards and stuff like that, is like them coming with you and attaching to you and wanting to, live your life.
I've seen people take.
I think about it. I think about it like this. Well, I should say I was thinking about it like this. Like, okay, I ask for protection every day. You know what I'm saying, from the stolen spirit, and I ask for guidance and for Levite to guide my steps. And so I just try to like basically like just go off that, and then at the same time, you know what I'm saying, I trust my instincts also. Sometimes, like Nipsey said, he like, man, a lot of people go off logic, a lot of men go off logic, but sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you can trust your gut. It's just as important. So I'm like, that was just one of the things that I felt like, a lot of people probably be scared to do. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, maybe this is something for me. You know what I'm saying? So
that's actually dope you said that. I was talking about graveyards a few weeks ago, saying that I would love to buy some land and have my own gravesite for spiritual beings. Like, just that's the only people that's allowed in there.
Yeah, it would definitely be trippy, especially for people that are very in tune and that are psychics and have spiritual gifts. I imagine it'd be very, very tricky. And, a spirit coming to you and be like, can you help me or something, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? Because like Charlie said, a lot of them are trapped because they don't know where to go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So me, I'll probably be like, go to the light, go home. You know what I'm saying? Helping them to usher them to go, home or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But there's still some that just linger on because they don't have any closure, and that's real. Like the movies that we see about spirits and ghosts and stuff, that is actually true and everything like that. So me, I'm into, helping people, and then, why not help the spirits? I mean, I do that, a lot of times, especially when I'm in my mediumship sessions, right? So I'm not only helping my client, but I'm also helping the spirit as well, which is kind of very, very interesting. But it definitely will be a wild night. I wouldn't want to go because I'm too, I wouldn't want to spend a day in there because it would be too much energy for me. Like you said, it's like so many graves, hundreds of graves and stuff. And I'll be seeing things and hearing things and feeling things. There'll be like way too much energy for me. But if I would go there intentionally, I definitely have to guard my energy and block it out from, just focusing on who I am there for. You know what I'm saying? But that's very interesting that you say like it's an altar or whatever. I guess it's kind of is because people are bringing flowers. They're bringing, their loved ones' things to the grave. So altars is something that you give and that you offer up, So that's very interesting that you say that. So I could, see that.
Yeah, I visited one graveyard in New Orleans when I went, and it was very interesting to look at the names and the people that were there, like 1700s, 1800s.
Right.
And I had to make sure, hey, look now, I'm just coming. I'm just, paying my
warning.
I'm not coming here to be disrespectful. Please do not. Please.
Exactly. Yeah.
But it was beautiful though. I definitely seen shot glasses with liquor on a few of the monuments.
Okay. Yeah, you'll see a lot of different
things. I was
just
about to say something like that. Like it wasn't all scary. It was some good.
I could, you can kind of feel the energy once you read their name and read like the year they were from, and you kind of like just, stand there and kind of stare at it, and you be like, I bet you were good people, especially the ones that had pictures. They had the actual pictures of them on their gravestones. So
yeah, that'd be very interesting.
It kind of touched your heart.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't touch anything or anything like that. I probably have to just be focused and stuff because things will probably be jumping out at me and stuff, and I'll be seeing a lot of things. So, yeah, so that's why I just stay away. Stay away.
But my thing is, why would you take something off somebody's head, like the headstone? I figure
Yeah,
that's like
that's
an altar. Like
disrespectful.
if you know what I'm saying?
They
Like,
be
why would
Mad
you take?
disrespectful.
They don't think those are the
Man, I
people
don't know.
that think that spirits are real until they walk off and wondering why they bald head when they wake up.
Exactly.
Wow. Okay.
But then look, see, we be thinking like we already know, like with us, we know like hell no, we not gonna mess with that shit.
Oh
You know what I'm
no.
saying? But what about the things that they would appreciate though? You know what I'm saying? That'd be dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes when I have walked past, or like even when I went to a couple of funerals with they lowering them in the ground and stuff, you seeing other stones. You see like some of them like grass covered up half the stone and stuff like that, or one broken
Wow.
half, and you wonder like, dang, you know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that.
Maintaining.
It's like, wow.
Yeah.
That type of stuff
Yeah,
make me
you
want to
would
go
think that
clean
people
it.
will maintain the gravesite. Isn't the city supposed to maintain it, or
Sometimes
Supposed
it's the
to.
city,
The
and then
facility should be like
yeah,
right? The
mowing the grass
facility.
and
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? I don't
groundskeeper.
think they're necessarily cleaning your headstone, but the grass should be mowed. It should, you know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
starting to see
Exactly.
more and more people do it on their own now. I'm starting to see a lot of videos of people going and cleaning that, like legit cleaning, like power washing the gravestones and everything, because
Not power
they don't
wash.
like the way that the place is doing it,
I
and
got
they
the
feel like
chills.
it's not good enough for their loved ones, so they'll do it themselves.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, they
Yeah, like
actually
I
are
was
like
I
that
was
makes
just
sense.
keeping. They actually are like because the spirits they need to like when someone passed away and stuff. It's up to it's up to us to allow that spirit to move on. Not that the spirit is going to leave you completely or you're gonna forget their memories or anything like that. But what the spirit needs when your loved ones pass on is to allow yourself to let go, not let go in regards to forgetting about them, talking to them or whatever, but you definitely want to be able to allow them to cross over and go through the process and stuff like that as well. Because there's a process that they have to go through with Yehuda, right? Because they've been on here in this physical plane, and it's kind of like they have to remember, who they are going back into the spirit realm, and then going through the process and stuff like that. So it's up to us to allow them to do that and stuff. And I think if you go into the grave, I mean, I guess it's good to go to the grave because you want to be able to spend time. That's for people to spend time for their loved ones and to remember or whatever. But sometimes it brings them back. It'll bring them back because that's the energy I'm getting, and you don't want to bring them back in regards to making them like not have that closure, if that makes sense.
Like
So I
prolonging
guess you have to be
their
careful when it comes
past.
to that.
Is that what you
I'm
mean? Like
sorry.
it's like prolonging their walk to the light when we do that. It's
Right.
like
In a way, yeah. And
down.
they want you, because when I talk to a lot of spirits and stuff like that, they want you guys, they can't really move on completely because they worried about you. They're worried about what you feeling, how you feeling and stuff like that, you grieving and being sad. But what they want you to know is like, we're still here. We just not in a body or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I want you to be, I want you to be able to allow me to move on and go with my process and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to keep them from doing that if that makes sense.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense.
Yeah,
That
that
makes
makes
sense.
sense.
They help
It
me a
does
lot.
make
'Cause
sense.
I just always wondered, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but like me personally, I ain't gonna touch their stuff. But I just always wondered, like, dang, I bet they wish like somebody would just, in their family or somebody they know, like, come help out, or just anybody leave a gift or something, like a flower or something. You know what I'm saying? Something like
Yeah,
that. But
I feel like I'll
they
walk around
do. I mean,
saying,
they do. I mean, especially when it's like a recent passing and stuff like that, and you need closure, maybe they need closure, whatever, they'll still be able to communicate with us in the physical in regards to, like you said, sending a bird, sending a flower, sending a butterfly, sending a rock or a penny or anything in order to allow you to know that, just because you can't see me in the physical, I am still here and I'm helping you as well. And I mean you well, and I want the best for you, so I'm gonna help you do this and that. You know what I'm saying? But in a way, there's a lot of people that don't let them go. You know what I'm saying? In a way where it's like you're not allowing them to go through their process and stuff like that. But it's not like you're going to forget about them, or if you need to say something or talk to them that you wouldn't be able to do that. But I guess it's the energy of like, okay, let me let them go or whatever, and let me continue to go through my grieving process, because there's 5 steps to grieving process. So you definitely want to allow yourself to do that. But they're there, they come, you know what I'm saying, especially when they feel like you need that. When you need, when you not only need them, but when you need that like comfort, they'll be right there. A lot of times, the spirit, they'll be in your favorite rocking chair or a chair or on your couch, and they'll be right there. You know what I'm saying? You may feel it, you may not. Sometimes I feel spirits and stuff, and I wonder like, okay, who was that? Who just came on my bed? You know what I'm saying? So they're always there, and you can always talk to them, especially, a medium just like me. You could be able to speak, to your passed on loved ones through me, of course, because I'm a medium, right?
I remember Quartita saying that not all, but a lot of them don't like being like when you go visit them at the graveyard, just for the simple fact it takes them back to when they had to cross over and the trauma and the.
That's what I just said, exactly. I just got that feeling and stuff. I don't know if any particular, probably some spirits around here and stuff like that, but they just let me know that, and I didn't even know that completely until now, and definitely you're confirming that. So allow them to cross over and get the closure that you need, and allow them to go ahead and cross over and go through their process and stuff like that, because they have to go through a lot of processes, just like we have to go through a process in regards to letting go, in regards to going through the grieving process, the 5 steps and stuff, and just moving on, and knowing that they want you to live and to live your life and to live it abundantly and very successfully, and they will, help. They will help you.
That's why I love the New Orleans celebration of death, because in New Orleans they don't mourn, like they're not crying. It's a celebration. It's music, it's dancing, it's happiness, and I think that's why I really love how they pay homage to their loved ones passing on. Like, it's a party. Girl, you still here? It's a party. Go ahead, go.
I think the old folks used to say you celebrate them leaving and cry from coming in, something like that.
Yeah. And I usually wear white when I go to funerals and stuff. I'll wear white because for me it's a celebration, but I see everybody in black, and they probably can't understand why I'm wearing white. But for me, like you said, it's like, it really is a celebration and stuff, and helping them move along, and going to the other side, back to where they came from, back to their life. Yeah.
So quick question.
Okay, go ahead.
My bad. Okay, so quick question. So like, if I'm handling trying to find somebody from a case, and it was like 10 plus years ago, like, so basically like just leave it alone. Basically.
It doesn't matter how long it's been from them crossing over. I'll still be able to tap into their energy. And so there's a lot of people, there's a lot of spirits right here right now. So I'll still be able to tap into them, no matter how long it's been.
I might need to book a reading with you, Melanite Empress.
I'm sorry?
I said I might need to book a reading with you.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. Book a reading with me. I think I'm the one that done your reading before on here, right? Was it you or no?
I don't think I know Charmin did, but I don't think you did.
Oh, it wasn't you. Okay. No, so it was
Carmen.
Oh, yeah, Carmen and Nicole. Carmen and Nicole.
Yeah.
Okay, now I remember.
I was trying to.
Okay, yeah, for sure. I definitely was on point, right, Carmen, right, right. Nicole?
Yeah, you were. Absolutely. Okay. No, she's a good reader, y'all, for sure.
Yes, I am.
Absolutely.
Okay, I had a question, and I hope it's not a stupid question, to the panel.
Never did.
Well, I mean, okay, so I have 2 questions, but the first question is for those that have passed over prior to their passing, if they were under the Jesus energy, if you will, does it make it hard, or can you still talk to them? If you're doing a reading, if they're under that energy when they passed over, or are they resistant?
I think, like when we pass over, the ancestors already, woo, there's a lot of energy here. When you pass over, the ancestors is already there and available to help you cross over and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's still, no matter what, we always have free will, no matter what, whether we're in this physical body or in the spirit or whatever, we all have, you know, the freedom of choice or whatever, but there is your ancestors that automatically show up to support you and stuff like that. It can be a little bit difficult if you in a religion, you know what I'm saying? You might think that, like, you know, you're supposed to do this or do that and stuff. And that's probably one of the reasons why that spirits are stagnated just a little bit. But, you know, you have people like perhaps like myself and other spiritual people that help, you know, spirits to also cross over as well. And I always talk to spirits just in case I have some around that are stagnated here and need some help. You know, I move them along as well. But yeah, that's a really great question, Nicole. It can stagnate them just a little bit, but I think, you know, at the end of the day, there's still, you know, ancestors there to help you to cross over or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They'll probably let you go through your illusion for a little bit. Illusion,
well, no,
you know.
Now I got a question for you.
How it's supposed to look and how it's supposed to go, whatever. But I think that, yeah, they're telling me, yes, I'm on the right track in regards to that. I'm still think that, you know, that you have help.
So here's my question. My question would be this: so like you crossed over and you waiting on a Juicy J, and then like one of your people come and say he ain't coming, but you like, no, I'm waiting on him. Is that how you can get stuck here? You know what I'm saying?
That's what I said. And a little bit, keep you stuck just a little bit and stuff until you kind of figure that out. And I think you will probably figure it out really quickly because when you're in the spirit, you see things in a bigger perspective. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, you are able to maneuver in a different way other than being in your physical body. You know what I'm saying? In spirit, you could move however you want to move. And so it does probably perhaps stagnate them in a little bit. But I think, you know, once they see things and how it works, I think, and especially because, you know, they have help, then, you know, sooner or later they will be able to cross over. You know what I'm saying? Especially for the ones that need closure here in regards to their death. And they trying to get somebody like myself or anybody that can see them and can help them, you know, solve the case and stuff. And then they could finally have their closure and then move on.
Now, you know, I've been in the back of the class, so I just need to make sure I'm understanding correctly. That's all. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay,
great questions.
I'm sorry. My second question is, has anyone ever experienced being asleep and you try to get up, but you can't? It's like you can't, you're trying to open your eyes, you can't do it. You're trying to lift your body, you can't do it. So has anyone experienced that? And what is paralysis?
Sleep paralysis.
Yeah, it's called sleep paralysis. And I used to experience it a lot. And I remember when I used to go to sleep, the position I used to be in when I used to go to sleep and always experience sleep paralysis. So when I recognize, you know, the position of my sleep, because I used to sleep on my back, and that's when it would happen. It would only happen when I used to sleep on my back. So when I started sleeping on my side and everything, it no longer happened to me. But one time when it did, that's when the first time when I was able to see, you know, a demon coming in my room. And it was so very interesting because the demon was straight out, like very shocked and scared that I saw it. And it was really freaking out and scared. I wasn't a spirit, so I wasn't really scared. And the demon looked exactly how they depict it to be. The demon has like horse-like feet, and it has like 3 like fingers and stuff, and it's very dark with horns. And so it's exactly how they depict the demon to be. And I was like, yo, like, what's going on? Why are you here? You need to go. The demon was already scared of me. You know what I'm saying? Already scared of me because they know who I am, and I'll be slaying in my sleep. I'll be slaying demons in my sleep, believe it or not. But when I woke up, though,
I wake up so sore with scratches and bruises.
Yes, when I woke up,
I've been having scratches.
I was super scared though. When I woke up, I called my daddy. I was like, "Yo," I called my sister, like, "Yo, I don't know exactly what I saw." But yeah, it was very a crazy experience. But I don't experience it anymore because I no longer sleep on my back like that. You know, because I don't want my sleep to be interrupted. But yeah, anybody else?
I haven't gone through that in like forever, like like childhood. So yeah,
I
I'm a
haven't gone
side
through
sleeper
sleep
though.
paralysis in a long time.
Now I will say one time when I was asleep, y'all know the movie The Nun?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I had a dream that the nun was in, in my dream or whatever, and like he, whatever was like trying to get me or whatever, and I was so scared. Y'all probably gonna laugh when I say this, but I was so scared that I didn't know who to call on. I didn't know if I should call on Jehuda or Jesus. I was so fucking scared. I didn't know who to call.
That does sound
But
scary.
I just came in.
I eventually woke up, but that creeped me out.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very creepy. It's very, very scary because especially the first time that it happens, you don't know what's going on. It's really scary and stuff,
Woke up sweating.
Yeah.
So real quick, y'all, we're gonna give this about 10 more minutes, and we're probably gonna get out of here. Miss Nicole, if you want to run it down one more time where they can reach us, reach the peoples. But yeah.
Yeah. All right. You can call in at 1-888-562-0862 and get your reading with Charmin T on extension 10, Melanite Empress on extension 12, or August Brown on extension 13. Your card will be initially charged $44.91 for 9 minutes. Your first minute is free. If you end your reading prior to the 9-minute mark, the difference will go back to your card. If you continue on past the 9-minute, your card will be charged $4.99 per minute. This is Black Majick, which is the first and only psychic hotline owned and operated by Melanites, connecting you to soul and spirit one at a time. Let's remember to shop generational beauty products at blissful-soap.com. Get your Befendia's hair growth serum and bonnets at www.awalkwiththeancestors.com. Pick up your books on Amazon.com. These are A Walk with the Ancestors books, as well as her cookbooks, Also, if you have questions about circumstances of a missing or an unalive loved one, you can schedule your appointment by calling the corporate number with A Walk with Crime at 615-257-7978.
Now, do we still get the donations? I remember last week,
I just
Andrea
thought
was
about
talking
that. I
about
was
we have
just gonna mention
donations.
that.
So how much do we have? I know we're all on the same, energy right here, which is awesome. So how much is that?
Ooh, I don't know.
That's a good question.
Audrey.
Andrea.
Oh, there she goes.
Okay, great. There you go. Let us know.
Whoa. It was too much. Sorry. Like it came out on my face. I was like, hold on. Greetings, everybody. Yes. So, I'll let the chat. Not the chat. I'll let the panel decide how they want to divvy it up. So we can do. I think for this show, what we're gonna do is that we're gonna give. This show is going to do. We're gonna do 2 people. We're going to give out $25 to each person. They have to have the other 25 readily available.
Okay.
For a reading tonight. And then next week we'll give out a full free reading. And I'm just doing that. I'm doing it this way because the numbers are kind of lower this week than what we had last week. So more numbers, more readings we'll start to give out. Hey, Rising. Hi, mods. Love y'all. And so that's what we'll do. So I don't know how y'all want to do it, but I'll need their Cash App. I'm not giving. Oh, y'all can text the corporate number your Cash App, or I don't know how y'all want to do that, but I'll need the Cash App because it's on my personal phone is what Quartita has sent it to, and not the business phone.
Okay, so we got to see who wants a reading, who wants to pay the other half. Let us know in the comments box, cousins, in regards to that, and then we could see.
Put your hand up in the chat if you want a free reading. Remember, you have to have the other 25. Basically, that will cover it. And so
the other 20 probably.
Yep, or another 20, I should say.
Another 20 or so.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And we will take it from there.
Okay, so we got Miss Naki, what is it? Natiki with love. She said me. Yes. So we got one person.
Mm-hmm.
Who else,
Sherry
cousins?
Bay.
Let's go. And then we got Sherry Bay.
All right, is that what y'all
Sure, man.
got?
Sure.
Yep, I'm just picking the first two people that raised their hand. So Miss Natika with love and Sherry Bay. So you're gonna
All right.
send your Cash App to which Cash App?
You can text our corporate number.
Did you need me to repeat that corporate number again?
Go ahead and repeat it. Mhm.
All right. That corporate number is 615-257-7978.
I like Miss Nicole.
Did y'all get that?
Darby, are we on the same? Because
I think we were.
Gratitude governance. So there's the number.
Because usually like, do you need me to repeat their corporate number? Okay, I got you.
Put it in the chat. Gratitude governance.
So while we're waiting on that call to come in, would you all like to go into our next topic?
Sure.
You can.
So we can do dark references. Are we giving birth to ourselves? Cloning versus birth. Did I say that right, Mr. Brown?
Cloning versus birth. Yeah, like we just another reincarnation of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We basically giving birth to another perspective of ourselves. And that's really what other people want to do when they clone another version of them, a version of somebody else. So what are we really doing when we giving birth? Is we cloning ourselves? And are these cloning other people allegedly because they try to be like us, but they not like us?
They're not like us.
Not at all.
I remember.
There's a lot to that.
Like we're all
Mhm.
But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I definitely think that they've been cloning people for a very, very long time before they came out with it. I think a decade ago when they had introduced like the first baby. Did you guys remember that? When they introduced the first baby, clone baby or whatever? Like always, they always, are in the background, creating things and doing things and already have things in place. And 20 to 30, 50 years later, then they'll introduce it to us. So they always have been, cloning and stuff. And like some people say, playing God or whatever. And I think that also, like that movie, I forgot which movie that was. I think that they do also clone us as well, because when we are birthed and stuff, they keep, DNA, they keep the umbilical cord, they keep a lot of things about us and stuff. And so I don't doubt them using that, to clone us, to be used in a lot of different type of ways and scenarios, you know what I'm saying? So
allegedly
they definitely take advantage of the technology to be able to clone people. And it's a mandatory thing. I was talking to one celebrity. It's a mandatory thing that the celebrities get their clones. So they might have 2 to 3, 4 or 5, and they may use it for sexual purposes and stuff like that. I ain't gonna name no names, but they may use them in different type of shapes and forms and stuff like that. But I think they tell them to get it so for also like safety purposes as well, just in case you just want your clone to be the representative for the day, because going out there doing a speech or whatever you're doing, it might be dangerous. So therefore use that. And I think a lot of, just like allegedly Tupac, he used his clone to be his representative so that he could be able to escape, right? Allegedly. And some other people that we heard of as well. You know what I'm saying? Like even, allegedly our president, right? Or you guys as president.
But it's different. Right? But it's different when you're giving birth. It's different when you're giving birth to an original, like, you know what I'm saying? Not an original Melanite, you know what I'm saying? They want that so bad. That's how I feel. I feel like, look, that's we able to recreate ourselves. That's why I said dark reference too, because that's what they was doing. They was really just like seeing a doppelganger, but it was really like they self in another perspective or another realm.
That makes me think about us when you said that.
Yes,
my man, or from another realm. They self in another realm or from another realm.
Yeah, it's really deep. It's really deep when you think about it. There's layers to it, like a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? It definitely layers to it.
I would probably say that that I don't necessarily believe I'm giving birth to my clones, because my children are not, they're their own. They're their own. You know, they're their own. They're not. And, you know, my son is like his dad, but he's also like his grandpa, and he's also like me, and he's also, you know, and so, and my other thing with cloning is I feel like the purpose of cloning is to take away or to remove or, you know, have the vessel without necessarily having the soul, in my opinion. And it's funny because I was literally telling Ro today, I was like, if they cloned me, would you even know it was me? I literally told him that today because, you know, a lot of the things with the clones is there's always a slight thing that's different about them. There's always a slight small thing that's different about them. And I feel like that also is like, they not like us, you know, like they may look like us, but they're not like us. There's something that's different. And
they don't have a soul.
Exactly. And the reason for taking away the soul is to control the vessel, I suppose.
Exactly.
And, I have a theory that they have been trying to clone Kukusa since Atlantis days. Because when you go and look at look at different points of history, their interactions with animals are so specific. And now we have what's the movie? Sweet Tooth. And you have these kids that are mixed with animals, you know, and they're being cloned. Well, actually, that's funny because if you guys seen it, they actually were born that way. But it's because of a particular thing. So I'm not going to spoil it for you guys. But I feel like clones, I mean, honestly, have we looked up the word? That's something. Have we looked up the etymology of the word too? Because like I said, I feel like it's lacking something. I feel like the purpose of a clone is for it to lack something so that it could be easily more controlled.
Yeah, and used, for other different type of purposes and stuff like that. To be anything, they could use them to like teach them how to train how to fight and stuff like that, to be assassins and everything like that. I mean, be sex workers and stuff. A lot of different things that a person with a soul perhaps wouldn't do. They have morals.
And you're on it with that because wasn't there a movie? Wasn't there one of the Spy Kids movie? Didn't they?
I was just about to say Spy Kids.
Y'all know I be on Spy Kids.
I was just about to say that.
Really?
I be on Spy Kids. They knew they was telling us straight up in Spy Kids, and that because the first one he cloned the animals. He had the little animal zoo. So look. More proof that they've been trying to clone Kukusa since the beginning of time. Just saying.
There you go.
Hey, do y'all think? My bad, Carbon. Go ahead.
No, you good. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was about to say, do y'all think some energies or souls or spirits try to hijack people at birth, like the the baby at birth before the soul enters the body?
Almost like how the sperm fights to get to the egg.
Like, do they try to hijack the vessel?
Before the vessel is
any
completely...
energies or so try to hijack the kid's vessel. Perhaps when it comes to the SID, I think that's what it's called, SID, when a baby dies when they were born. What is it called, SID?
They die?
Yeah, sudden infant death.
Yeah, so maybe they have something to do with it or whatever, to the point that it's like I don't know, maybe they, want to come, but because something like that would happen, maybe they leave it, or I don't know. I think there's something significant. I don't know exactly, but I think there's something there.
What is there?
Yeah, like the soul, like the soul's supposed to be. Let's say if your cousin wanted to come back as your child, but then somebody else family came in, like, yeah, let me go get this vessel.
So what if with that's how miscarriages end up coming about, because they like, no, you can't enter this. So we're gonna try again. You wasn't supposed to go. It wasn't supposed to be you. You hijacked it. So it's like, even though that's an unfortunate thing, but it's like when one person passes, another person is reborn. So it's like, what if that's what those miscarriages are? Like, you're not supposed to be here. You're not supposed to come back. You skipped the line. You're not supposed to come back.
I think that could be part of it, but miscarriages, most likely, what I've researched on miscarriages, and I mean, it could be totally spiritual, like you said, but a lot of that it's because the fetus is going to be deformed or something's going to be wrong with it, so the body automatically just dispels it. gets
I
rid
feel
of it.
like that doesn't necessarily negate what she's saying, because why
Right.
was it formed? There's an odd spirit in the vessel.
And you ain't supposed to be here, demon.
Mm.
It's that you
There you go. Okay, we putting it together. We put the pieces together to the puzzle.
that was really interesting. That's
Very
really
interesting. I like that. I like that, August. Yeah,
And then
Charmin,
it's
Charmin
gonna make
be
me do a little bit
she
more
be eating and don't be leaving no crumbs.
research.
Hey, I was gonna say that I wanna digress to Charmin. Charmin, you was like, I don't Royal, would he know if I was a clone or not? I think he would. And I'm gonna tell you why. I
Yes.
think like a pot of spaghetti. You made a pot of spaghetti and you eat it, and it's like something's missing. I can't put my finger on what's not right, but
Right.
something I'm missing an ingredient. So I think it would be the same thing. Like
Mhm.
it looked like her, but it ain't her. Something ain't right.
all he got to do is smell
Something
your
in that
pheromones.
ingredients.
Nope,
You know
that
what I'm
ain't her.
saying? Yeah. I think that's how that would go personally.
Because they definitely try to get us down to a T, but for some reason they cannot get our skin tone down for nothing. The clones always come out looking ashy. They come out ashy.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Right, allegedly.
Put the gloss.
Like something off about this nigga here. Who is that nigga on that nag?
Yeah, I was like, why they so ashy looking?
And I think like some of them probably even malfunction as well too. You know what I'm saying? As they are, coming into this reality, awakening up into this reality. I can see that happen as well. I mean, there's a lot of movies out there about clones and stuff. All we need to do is check those out and be able to find
That's why I
out,
was saying
the exact
us.
truth, because they always tell us in the movies, right? It's a soft disclosure.
That one and the one that governors had told us about a long time ago, the soul snatchers, the body snatchers,
body snatchers.
The body
I remember her
snatchers.
talking about that.
The clone was in a plant and it rebirthed itself through that plant in the yard, wherever it was. What's the name of that movie?
Yeah.
It's something.
I know what you're talking about.
It's like the 1980s movie or something.
I remember her saying the title, something of the body snatchers. So.
And I watched it because she told us.
Invasions
of the Body Snatchers. Yes.
Yeah, I remember that. That movie freaked me out as a kid. I remember that movie. I do remember that.
I was looking through this book because it's a demon book, by the way. And there's a section, and I'm like, I can't just type in what I'm looking for. I'm such a tech girl. I'm like, I just want to type it in because I'm looking for the section on it where it's talking about the changelings. If you guys know what changelings are, and changelings are clone babies. So the babies they're demons. See, that's what I wanted from the book. From what I understand, so the changelings are babies that have been cloned, and they are the babies of the changeling demon. And what they do is they switch you out, like they switch your baby with their baby because they want you to take care of their baby. But the baby, I don't know if the baby like crying or like, and essentially like the only way you can get the baby, the changeling, to switch your baby back is to beat the baby. Yes, that is a real story. I'm trying to find it so y'all don't think I made it up. But yeah, so that's the clones. Like that's a cloning energy. That's a spiritual clone, like.
See, that's why I never wanted my baby, my star seeds to go to the nursery when I had them in these old crap hospitals. I never wanted them to leave my side. No, you can bathe her right here. Get the little bowl.
Yeah.
Right here. No.
Yes. Smart. Exactly.
I'm just mad I didn't take my baby or anything. I was so mad.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that cloning. I want to say that's been happening since like the 1930s. Cloning.
Yeah, even before that. I mean, there's nothing new up. There's nothing new up under the sun. So it could be happening
before that,
right? Yes.
Oh, probably.
Okay, do you guys want to hear
different technology from us? I mean, we wasn't always the first society to have intelligent technology and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They were using their own technology that was higher and advanced than what we're using now. You know what I'm saying? Some things that derived from the Egyptian, ancient Egyptians and stuff that we may still use You know what I'm saying? And then some things that we just don't, so yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, so I think. Oh yeah, come on, Miss Manager. Manager.
So, greetings, everybody. So, Nataki,
Hey, girl.
hey girl, hey boo, hey girl. It should not be this hard. So, because I keep asking for the Cash App, and I put it in the way that you've given it to me. I put in the first name you've given to me. It's not working. But because the show is about to end and I am still going to be a woman of my word, I'm going to keep the money on here. And we will figure it out. Now, see, if governess was up here, she wouldn't keep giving these chances. So when we give out something, we don't need y'all to send anything to us. We're trying to give it out. All right. We're paying it forward. This money was donated from other people in our chat, some of our cousins. And so I've held on to it. We're giving it back out. And so we want to make sure that we do right. When we receive this. And so I'm a little frustrated with that right now. And so what we're gonna do is that we are going to end on a good note. Also, Miss Nicole, if you can give the information again, because again, Miss Nataki, the reason why we're going to give out the information again is that you can call anytime. Right? So once me and you figure it out behind the scenes when we're off live, you can still call in, you can still get your reading, you're still going to get your money. I gave a little bit more to Miss Sherry because she did everything correctly at the beginning. So gave a little bit more to Miss Sherry, but Miss Nataki will get it figured out. But Nicole, if you can give out the information, and then Carbon, you can close us out.
Yes, I will. So everyone, we do thank you for tuning in to Black Majick, which is the first psychic hotline owned and operated by Melanites, connecting you to soul and spirit one at a time. Tune in weekly with us so that you can call in and get a reading with either Charming T, who is on extension 10, Melanite Empress, who's on extension 12, and August Brown, who's on extension 13. Keep in mind that you can call during the week. You don't have to wait until we're here on live. You can call anytime. Charming T can be reached every day between the hours of 10 a.m. and 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Melanite Empress can be reached every day between the hours of 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And Mr. August Brown can be reached every day, anytime. Keep in mind that when you do decide to call in, that your card will be initially charged $44.91, which covers 9 minutes. Your first minute is free. Each minute thereafter is $4.99 per minute. Also, shop generational beauty products at blissful-soap.com. You can get your Befendius hair growth serum and bonnets at awalkwithancestors.com. You can purchase the A Walk with the Ancestors books, as well as the cookbooks, the children books and the cookbooks at amazon.com. And if you have any questions of any circumstances involving a missing or unalive loved one, you can book an appointment by calling the corporate number at 615-257-7978.
Awesome,
Beautiful,
Nicole.
gratitude.
That's great.
Yes, gratitude. So y'all, we've had a. Wait, is that me?
No, I said appreciate you.
Oh, it just sounded crazy. Anyway, y'all, we've had a great show. We've had a great night. Appreciate you for tuning in, and we'll be back next week. I believe the same bat channel, same bat station.
Yes, gratitude, family. Thanks so much for showing up for the Black Majick, and I look forward to helping you all. All right, until next Wednesday.
Yes, salute to the wall,
salute to the
Appreciate y'all. Appreciate
y'all. Don't trust no G night, y'all.
That's my saying right there. I love when Carmen say that.
I swear, man, that's like
I love
tattooed in
it.
my
I need it on
brain.
the